DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say viewer and parental discretion is advised. And hello to all of you, my friends, my family, everyone from across the whole entire galaxy and beyond to our own AI overlords right down here on Earth. Welcome again to another episode of DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I am DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan! And this review is actually coming in pretty late. Right now I'm actually using this wireless lavalier microphone. It's actually from TOTO. And I'm actually, this was something that I caught on Amazon just the other day to try to make the sound quality better on my videos. Is it making it better? I don't know. The last time I actually tried using this thing, everything was just muffled like you wouldn't believe. So I'm actually trying it out again. This time I'm actually going to be speaking up a little bit louder. Hopefully that actually kind of like pans things out and makes things well balanced and everything. But let's see exactly what happens here. Even the last segment of the video that I shot just now, I kept on hearing like small little clicks on the inside of that video and everything. So I'm thinking that these are actually pretty lame. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sending these back over to Amazon like in a day or so, depending on how this video actually comes out and everything like that. So this is actually kind of like a double review. One for these TOTO microphones here, and the other for Silverbolt. Finally, Silverbolt is actually in my hand, thanks to you, Mr. Hopkins. James Hopkins actually sent this over to me and everything like that. I was super excited to actually have this guy in hand. Everyone kept on telling me different things about this guy. So as I'm actually reshooting this, I've refined the video a little bit more and everything, and I'm actually kind of like zooming in because on certain characteristics. I'm going to keep this under hopefully 20 minutes or something like that. Let's see exactly what happens, because you know me, I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to be like all hot air and everything like that. I need to actually really talk about this guy because this guy is actually really awesome. I really love him a lot and everything. There goes the side where you actually see Silverbolt in all of his amazingness. Those eyes are just gleaming. I love it. And then we actually have Silverbolt right over here on the side looking like a warrior. So there we go right there, and he transforms in 27 steps. He looks pretty amazing to me and everything, you know? And as a person who really loves cryptids, nothing makes me happier than having a Fusor in hand and everything. So let's check this guy out. It's Transformers United time. Let's get into it. If you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. For all of you who are coming back over to the show, welcome back. I think you guys are all amazing for joining me once again and everything. Let's take a trip through nerddom. And if this is your first time joining, don't be afraid of sharing me around like a blunt, you know? I really would appreciate it. My algorithms would actually appreciate it, as I'm actually trying to defeat the algorithm gods that keep plaguing me. So, again, welcome back to the show, welcome to the show, and let's get into it. Now it is time to finally zero in on the cryptid that has actually had me jazzed about this guy for the longest time now. It is Silverbolt, looking as awesome as he can actually be. He is a wolf hawk, I think, and this guy is really impressive. I am loving every single thing about this guy. Excuse me, I don't want you seeing any of the comparisons yet, but let me tell you something. This guy is super impressive. So let me tell you something. I was really super excited about this guy, a lot more than I was about than I was about Tigerhawk and everything like that. This guy was actually one of my favorite Fusors, or my favorite creations from the Beast Wars line and everything. He actually came along during the Fusors line, where they actually mashed up a couple of different animals and everything like that to make a super animal, much like we actually had with Tigerhawk and his travels through the Vok and everything like that. They decided to make him amazing. And this guy was actually really awesome right out of his stasis chamber. It is just so good seeing how well made this guy is. One elephant in the room. There are a couple of elephants in the room and everything like that. We'll actually have like this right over here. Now, you can't unsee this or anything like that. I know that they were actually kind of like harkening back to the time where Silverbolt actually had these fists that were actually right over here and everything. I think, in a way, they were one for one trying to recreate that feel that Silverbolt actually had in his Wolfhawk mode and everything like that, which is actually very interesting, to say the least, and everything like that. But one thing that I wish that this figure actually did, I wish that they could have actually extended this just a little bit more and everything to cover this area right over here. Just a bit would have actually done and everything like that. I think like a sliding mechanism or something like that, complete with like something else to cover over here and everything like that, would have actually made that work a lot better and everything like that than what we actually have here now. And I kind of wish that there was a way to like hide this into the hind legs a little bit more and everything like that. But aside from that, I really love this character. I know Ultra Megatronus actually said that this piece is the piece that actually kind of like bothers him a lot and everything, because there's no way to kind of slide this jaw like right back in here or anything like that. So this is actually something that you're going to get all the time. But aside from that, he is really awesome. This face over here is just like really amazing, that like he actually just stepped out from the depths of Hades, and they actually wanted to make him more of a werewolf than anything else. I freaking love this head. And then we'll actually get on into the rest of his body. His body is actually covered by a combination of feather and fur, so that's actually really awesome to me and everything like that. We actually have like a lot going on into the wings over here and everything. One thing that I wish they actually did do was I kind of wish they actually gave him like a little bit of a longer wingspan and everything like that to cover his flight mode and everything. Looks great in robot mode, still looks decent here and everything, but I kind of still feel as though this might be a little bit shorter and everything like that, and a little bit less articulate as I'd like it to be and everything. Plus, I would have actually loved to see like all of this beautiful coloring just kind of like go into here a little bit more and cascade like right into his wings and everything. I kind of think that that would have actually been great and everything like that, even if they actually made this descend from like black and gold into silver and everything like that. That would have actually been really awesome. Let's see, right over here we actually have like a lot of the feathering fur that's actually going on in here as well and everything. I really think the imagination was actually really there for it and everything. Like I said before, there are a couple of places here and there and everything like that that are actually kind of like a little bit lackluster. I like this also and everything. I love the fact that they actually gave this a little bit of thought and everything like that by using this to kind of like hide a lot of the robotic parts here and everything like that. It kind of like makes him look like he actually has like a woven chest and everything like that. But more than anything else, I love this cybernetic detail here and everything like that. These cybernetic talons are everything to me and everything. I really love the way that's actually done. Well done, Hasbro and Takara. The one thing that I wish they actually did do was I wish that they completed this by filling the rest of this out. I never know exactly why they actually do it like this and everything. I'm wondering if this actually kind of like helps with not making it as breakable, or maybe making it more breakable and everything like this, so you could actually get more out there and everything like that. But I really kind of wish that that was actually kind of like, that this was actually kind of like filled in all together and everything. But aside from that, he is just really awesome and everything. I really love this figure so much. Let's get into articulation on this guy. He actually does have like an opening and closing mandible here and everything like that, so that's actually really cool, and that's actually really nice and tight and everything like that too, on my copy at least anyway. You can actually move his shoulder all the way out like this and everything like that, so his front legs can actually move back and forth. You actually have a thigh swivel right over here. You can actually kind of like go back and forth here and everything like that. If you actually really wanted to do that and everything, you can. There are a couple of clicks that actually kind of like locks that mechanism in. When you're actually going over here, it's actually kind of slightly loose and everything like that. So I would probably, but like when you actually go over here, locked in and everything like that. So it's a combination of different things. I kind of want to fix certain things, but at the same time, that locking mechanism actually answers a few of those questions here and everything like that. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do there just yet. He actually has a tilt right over here going back and forth and everything like that, which is actually really nice. You can actually go up and down and everything like that on his talons here and everything, so that's actually really nice here. Back over here, we actually have like movement on his hind legs and everything like that. So like we can actually go back and forth. We can go in and out and everything like that. There is a thigh swivel right over there. On his hind legs, you can only go back to like about that far and everything like that. And his hands actually kind of like, and his arms actually kind of like hinder that function altogether. Or you can actually go out a little bit as per transformation, so that's actually, you know, it's actually a hit and miss right there and everything. If you wanted to use this for added articulation, you can actually move this also and everything like that, although that's actually really supposed to be stationary. And then his wings can actually go up. You can actually move this over here. Now mine are actually kind of slightly loose here and everything like that, so I might like fix that a little bit later. Over here we actually have like a couple of places here. It's actually kind of weird where the plastic actually goes here and everything like that, because there are certain areas that are actually super tight where the locking places are, but like when you actually kind of like move like certain things to a certain degree, you'll actually have like a little bit more of a looseness and everything. I kind of wish that the wings were actually like all filled out a little bit more, like right under here also and everything. But one thing that's actually really great about this is that you can actually kind of like bring his wings over here like this, and you can actually reimagine that way that the Silverbolt used to like fire his wing missiles at everyone and everything like that. So that's actually really, really cool. You can actually have him in super dynamic poses with this and everything like that too. One thing that Silverbolt actually does do is that he actually has a locking mechanism that's actually right there. So if you actually wanted to kind of like come over here and peg that in here and in here, if he's actually kind of like resting or something like that, you can actually kind of like leave him like that and everything like that too. Or if he's actually firing at like Predacons or Decepticons or something like that. So that's actually really great on this guy and everything. I really love how really well imagined this guy is and everything. What I'll probably do with the wings though is I kind of feel like maybe like right into these joints right over here, there's like a little bit of Kiki's work that should actually be done just to like actually give it like a little bit more of a stiffness and everything like that, because it's great going over here and everything like that, like, you know, that this is actually kind of like really just like too easily, I think it's actually too easily movable and everything like that. So like that's actually okay, but like once you actually get this over here, it unlocks, and then sometimes like this piece can actually kind of like come loose a lot more and everything like that. It's not necessarily naturally made where it should actually come all the way out, because once you get to this juncture, and let me just bring this in right over here. Once you actually get to this juncture, it kind of like tends to push this out a little bit and everything like that. And I've already had a mishap where one of the wings actually got lost someplace for like a moment and everything like that. So to fix the back end, it's actually okay now and everything like that, but I'd love to make that a lot tighter and everything, you know. But your mileage may vary, and you may have like a lot more in the way of luck with your version of Silverbolt and everything like that. But it's not deterring me away from this figure whatsoever or anything like that. I really love this guy. Highly recommended so far. Anyway, let us get into comparisons. And comparisons are as follows. Silverbolt and Tigatron. Silverbolt and Tigerhawk. Silverbolt and his wave-made Bumblebee from the animated series, and I love how small and minuscule this guy actually looks compared to Silverbolt. That's actually really awesome. Silverbolt and Airazor here, and this is kind of like one of the reasons why I wanted to bring Airazor here and everything like that. It's actually just because of the wings and everything more than anything else. Now you actually get kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio of like how this is actually done. I mean, this is actually a deluxe figure compared to a Voyager figure and everything. And I just really think that the wings are actually done so much better over here and everything like that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 segments right over here as compared to the 3 segments that we actually have over here on Silverbolt. Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments over here on Airazor as compared to the 3 that we actually have on Silverbolt here and everything, plus his weapon and everything like that. So like, I really think that this is actually really done well and everything. I kind of feel like this actually needed to translate a lot better with this in mind and everything, you know what I mean? Because like, I think that would have actually been great, you know what I mean? And as far as that's actually concerned, I mean, they really do look great together. Also, if Hasbro is actually listening, Hasbro and Takara, you know, like you do all sorts of crossovers and everything. Why isn't this a Silverhawks Tallyhawk already? You know? Not that I'm trying to give you ideas, but I'd buy that. And once again, True Love reigns supreme, and we actually have Black Arachnia and Silverbolt here. And if I could actually play music right now and everything, I'd be playing The Darkness's Thing Called Love, because these two are actually amazing. My favorite couple out of any one of the iterations and everything like that. You know, even G1, believe it or not, you know, like I'm still thinking Powerglide and Marissa Fairborn were probably the best couple ever in that whole entire series. But look at these guys. Look at these two. They're great. You know, look at them. L'amour. Anyway, I'm actually going to give you transformation on Silverbolt over here, and let's get into robot mode. Headshot! When it comes down to transformation, Silverbolt transformation is actually pretty easy. What you actually want to do, now this is what I actually do as far as like transforming his joints and everything. I really love the fact that these pegs are actually smaller over here than over here. So I never want to show the bigger side of the pegs over here or anything like that on any part of his either robot mode or woven mode or anything. So when I'm actually going back, I actually like to flip around the shoulders right over here. And then we actually want to extend everything over here, and then we'll actually leave that right there. So it's kind of like he's actually doing a stretch, but he's actually just going backwards a little bit. Then what we want to do is just close his mouth just a little bit, and then we'll actually bring all of that up. Now, when we're actually doing that, there's a couple of clipping mechanisms over here, and one right over here on his head that actually connects whenever you actually go back. But we actually just want to take that out now, and then we'll move this, and then also move the back tail section right over here. And then why don't we just give that a little bit of a spin right now before we actually go into anything else. We'll bring this down right here, just like so. Then we'll come over to this section right over here, and we'll actually split this. Now, over here, we're actually gonna see like a whole bunch of like little blocking mechanisms like right at the top. We just want to take that apart and bring that all the way down here, and that'll actually start forming his chest. And then we'll bring up these two pieces like so, and then we'll clip those in, and then we'll clip that in like that. We'll bring his hind legs all the way to the back like so, and that releases his arms a little bit. And it doesn't even release his arms. You could actually just kind of like take it out from there. There's a small little clip that actually kind of like holds his arms in there, but you just want to bring this all the way down and then clip that right in the back there. And then right here is actually where you'll actually see the head. We just want to bring that out just a little bit further, and then we'll bring his wolf head right into the back, just like that, and then secure his neck, and then do whatever you want to do with the wings at that juncture and everything. But once you've actually done all of that, you actually have Silverbolt in robot mode. And I didn't realize the camera was tilted or anything. Sorry about that, everybody. Anyway, let's get into Silverbolt in robot mode. Say what you want about Silverbolt. He looks amazing. And with these two Gladiuses that he's actually carrying over here, he looks like he is ready for some really amazing warfare and everything like that, you know? I love the fact that he actually carries these two right over here. Let's take a good look at this guy. Okay, right off the bat, I know that a lot of us were actually disappointed that he didn't do the thing that he actually was supposed to do when he actually did it, when he actually had the ability to do it. And that was actually just bringing his wings overhead and everything like that to actually fire his missiles and everything. He doesn't really do that, but there is a workaround with that, with just being able to bring his wings all the way out and then over. You actually kind of like achieve that look, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought about it for like a little while and everything like that. I think that this is actually something that you can actually use, something that someone will actually use on Silverbolt and everything like that. And I think he looks kind of cool that way. He actually is just a great figure, though. Like, look at this guy. He is amazing. Those stellar yellow eyes that he actually has over here. It's just like really amazing. I love how deep that black actually goes and everything like that. It's the mask around his face and everything like that with his mohawk and everything. Like, this is just really pure quality Silverbolt right over here and everything, you know? I love the fact that they actually covered his they colored his mouth in silver and everything. I kind of wish that they actually had like a moving mechanism in his mouth and everything like that, so he can actually open and close and everything like that to kind of like give Inferno a run for his money and everything like that, as far as like someone who can actually talk and talk and talk. But like, this guy's great though. Love like all the feathering that's actually going on right over here. Love the feathers going on into the forehead right over here also and everything. The back of him is actually, all the back of his head is actually all filled out right there. So that's actually really nice. We'll actually go into the rest of his torso. And they left these hinge things right over here. I kind of felt like that could have actually been left out since he doesn't need it for transformation or anything like that, but they actually wanted to give us as much of old school Silverbolt as we possibly could actually get here and everything. His arms just really nicely done with all that fur texture and everything like that. We actually go over here, which is where, like right around where his belly is. We actually have that spark crystal and everything like that. We have his armored skirt piece and everything like that going right in front of his cod piece, so that's actually really nice. We actually have like a lot in the way of like his fur and feathering carrying over from his wolf mode and everything, so that's actually really great. Plus his talons are right here for his feet, so all in all, just a very cool bot. I also, just as with this, I kind of wish we could have actually had like more filling in of his arms right over here, but that's actually, you know, kind of like a hit or miss and everything like that for certain people out there and everything like that. But really, all in all, he just looks great. Like all around, he just looks really wonderful. The ears right over here kind of like protrude a little bit and everything like that, but like that's pretty much it. We have a lot going on right over here with his wings. A lot of it is actually designed so like we actually have like a lot of the fur and feathering texture and everything like that, and the wings are actually so designed so I guess people who actually were into Silverbolt didn't call out the CGI model or anything like that as compared to what we actually have over here. So it's pretty one-to-one and everything like that. And the way his wings are actually set, they're actually pretty much standard. Kind of reminds me of Cupid in a way, right? Right? Am I right? Yeah, I think this is actually great. And, you know, like for Silverbolt, it's actually kind of well warranted and everything like that. You know what I mean? But like, this guy is actually totally great. I'm gonna bring you back from this amazing face right over here. We're gonna check out some of his articulation. So he actually does have a 360 right on his neck and everything. It's uninhibited altogether. A little slight down, a little slight up. I really want to say that there's like a ball joint on the inside because he actually has like a lot of emotive quality here and everything like that. So that's actually really great. He does have like a mushroom peg that's actually right over here, so you can actually kind of like swing his arms all around, uninhibited by his wings altogether, because you can actually pretty much easily move them out and everything. So that's great. We actually have a hinge right over here. We actually have like we have bicep rotation right there, so that's really nice. You can bend his arms all the way past 90 degrees and everything, so it's double jointed. But if you actually hate this and the way his lower hind legs actually move along with his arm, you may hate this toy, but at the same time, I think it's actually great. It's classic Silverbolt right over there. They didn't really move away from what we actually had with the actual 90s toy and everything like that. Oh, I'm sorry, early 2000s toy. So we actually have that going. Once you actually move this out of the way, his tail feathers, you can actually kind of like do a 360 right over here on his waist. So that's really nice. He has thigh rotation. You can go all the way up like this for a super dynamic high kick right over there. So that's great. If you actually wanted to move back and give like a donkey kick and everything like that, you can with supreme attitude right there. So that's actually really great. You can kick all the way out past Van Damme style and everything. So just let me get his arms out of the way for a second so I can just show you guys that. So that's actually pretty amazing, as due to transformation and everything like that, but also because he's a badass. He's a badass! So you can actually do that as well and everything. You actually have a covered thigh rotation, so he actually has that. We have a bend right over here, but if you actually wanted to do something super crucial and everything like that, as far as like giving a weird kick and everything somehow, you could actually do that as well and everything. You are not limited on his knees whatsoever. You have like an ankle tilt right over here, and going this way too, unheard of from like a lot of like the figures that we actually do have out there and everything. So that's great. He actually has some flexion right over here, no dorsey, so that's actually okay. And then also you actually have wrist rotation on this Voyager figure and everything. So that's actually really great. I'm super happy they didn't make like a solid like one piece right over here and everything like that, in like constitutive of like everything that he's actually going on with his arm here and everything. So all in all, he is just really well rounded. And don't let me forget the wings. You actually have three sections right over here. You can go in and out just like that. His tail feathers, you actually go in and out and everything like that. Also, you can bring this all the way out. Like you actually have like a lot of great play quality on this guy and everything. He is really stupendous. I really love this guy so much. He's actually just like, as soon as I've actually gotten him in hand, I really had a lot of fun messing around with this guy. So he's great. And once you remove these pieces of his wings right over here, then my friends, then you have blades over here that are made out of something better than Damascus steel. These Gladiuses are amazing altogether, and they'll cut you. They will cut you. Oh my God. Now, I actually mentioned this with Mudflap's reviews, that he actually has the blades that if God was actually standing in his way, he would be cut. And that's what these things are. They are really nicely designed and really just like amazing weapons and everything like that. The gold and black actually carry through right here and everything. So that's actually always really great. Kind of like makes me think that he actually kind of like singed his wings or something like that in order to like become a part of the Maximals and everything like that, because I don't know what kind of initiation these guys actually go through, you know, but like this is just really great weaponry. I love this so much. Again, I kind of wish that they actually kind of filled more of this out and everything, and I never know exactly why they actually like leave so many spaces and what could actually be epic weapons and everything like that, and even anything on the figure itself and everything like that. Like I know they're actually trying to hit like a certain price point and everything like that, but also finish the job, Hasbro. You only have one job. making amazing toys. So finish the job, you know, but like this guy is great. And one thing that actually kind of like confuses me right now and everything like that is that we actually have 2 ports right over here where one of his swords actually kind of like fit in, and then one over here. Now, I don't know what those are actually supposed to be for, except for these 2 swords and everything like that fit in very differently and everything like that. And it's actually kind of weird because like usually you would actually have like 1 port and then 1 port and everything like that, so like you would actually have your storage that way. But I'm wondering if they're actually planning on something else over here and everything like that, like maybe some kind of like pseudo Rock Lord combination or something like that, dealing with Silverbolt all alone, like something else that might be special. So if you actually have any word on that, let me know what you actually think, or let me know what might be behind it and everything like that. If you're from Hasbro or Takara and you're actually on the inside and you're watching this channel and everything, please let me know if there's something else that this actually does and everything, because I would really love to know. Anyway, so back at Bertullio's weaponry, we actually have this right over here where you could actually just like combine these 2 pieces right over here, and that is just a badass staff right there. I really love it. It would actually probably give Okoye a run for her money and everything like that, but like I so love this. This is actually kind of like one of those real inspired weapons and everything like that. So all in all, I am really happy with what they actually did with Silverbolt. He actually has a lot of personality here and everything like that. I really love him. I just realized something. Real life Okoye. If I offended you, Mistress of the Staff, please forgive this. Anyway, like this guy is actually really great. Let's do some size comparisons. Here goes Silverbolt with power couple Tigertron and Air Razor, and with the power couple reborn as Tigerhawk. Silverbolt with his Wave-made Bumblebee from the animated series, and I really love this. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Bumblebee. You can never go wrong with a Bumblebee. And when we're talking about a power couple, here he is with Black Arachnia. Love, exciting and new. Look at these 2. They look brilliant together. I actually have to say, out of all things that Hasbro and Takara has actually done, making these 2 was really just like one of the best things that they've actually done here. I kind of feel like I should have actually waited to do this for like a Valentine's Day episode, you know? Like nothing actually outclasses how well they actually fit in together. I really can't wait to see exactly what they do with Black Arachnia as a Transmetal 2 figure. But as far as this is actually concerned, just really super nice. I'm loving this so much. In any case, I'm going to give you final thoughts in just a moment. Now you all might be asking that inevitable question, but NORBZ, what can't this guy do? What can't he do? He can't fail is what he can't do. This guy is really impressive. The shortcomings aside, I really love this figure. This figure is actually like just really cool, highly articulated and everything, you know. He actually has amazing weaponry. Some of the plastic is actually kind of like a little lackluster, and you'll actually notice that in the wings and everything themselves. But aside from that, critically thinking about this guy is actually just giving his 110% in what he's actually doing. He actually carries a little bit of heft. He's just a really great figure. I really love this guy. I really highly recommend him, and if you actually get a chance to find him out there, get him. At first, when you actually see this guy compared to Cybertron Starscream in the United packaging, he looks like he's actually so much bigger and imposing than that Starscream and everything, but that's how great he actually is. That's how like, what's the word? What's the perfect word I'm looking for? That's how imposing he looks in packaging and everything. And I think he's actually really wonderful. If you get a chance to get out there and you actually see him in the stores, pick him up. He is just great. If you see him on Amazon or any of the online stores, pick him up. He's just that great. And that is it for today's episode of DIECAST NORBZ Activate. I really want to send a huge thank you out there to each and every one of you who actually came with me and took a mighty voyage through nerddom. I really want to thank you all for coming with me and like helping me experience these figures and everything, and thus helping you experience these figures through my eyes and everything. I really can't say the word about how amazing each and every one of you actually are. It really is because of all of your support and patience and your love and understanding and everything that I'm actually able to keep doing this channel and everything, and just like really come back that much happier every single time I actually do this and everything. So I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. In any case, I really hope that you actually have an amazing day, and whatever you do, make your days better than mine. Also, make sure that you're treating yourselves and everyone out there with love, understanding, kindness. Make sure all of those things are actually going through each and every one of you actually as you actually go through your day. Make sure that you pay kindness forward, to like make sure that you actually keep love and attention as like the forefronts. Make sure that that being mindful is actually something that you're actually all doing. Put that positive energy out there into the universe and have it go throughout the whole entire Fibonacci series, and come back over here to HQ because I could always use it myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Fly me to the moon. Is that a copyright thing? Like, can I actually sing that song? In any case, thanks for joining me.